Hyperdive Heroes is a podcast for grown-ups, with cursing, depicted violence, and unsettling descriptions. Viewer discretion is advised.
And we are back.
What is this like? Is this like a new radio show? We are back with the best hits of the 90s.
94.5.
You're listening to 104.2 Wizard Radio, where we play nothing but incantations, chants, and canticles.
Hello.
You're back.
Hello.
In Wizard Radio.
Just starts blasting Imagine Dragons.
This is the Imagine Dragons tribute radio. We only play Imagine Dragons songs.
Can you imagine?
No, you only play songs made by imaginary dragons. We don't actually play Imagine Dragons songs.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales.
No. The Imagine Dragon fans are very upset.
All four of them. Am I right, gang?
No.
right,
we all
well,
know the
welcome.
ultimate collab though is going to be Imagine Dragons and Dragon Force.
Imagine Dragon Force.
Imagine Dragon Force. God, I would actually pay money to see that live. Like, I want to fucking see that. Oh, dude, can
It'd be
you
such
imagine?
a horrible clash
That'd be
of
so-
genres. It'd make zero sense.
I don't even know what Dragon Force is, so...
Ah.
Oh, it's a band.
They have two guitarists that go really, really hard all the time.
Yeah. All right.
I'll have to look that
Anyway,
up.
welcome back to another episode of Hyperdive Heroes. And yes, Tristan, it's Hyperdive. It has always been Hyperdive.
There is no war in
It
Boston
has never not.
It's true.
It has always been Hyperdive.
Don't let him gaslight
Just
you.
a
Don't let
reminder.
him gaslight you.
Sometimes you
he's
don't hear things, okay?
Hello, everyone. I am your host, your rabble rouser, your best friend, your guide on this journey, Thomas Kirkendall, and I will be the one to continue to guide my friends on this journey. Whether that be for the best or not remains to be seen. But why doesn't everyone else introduce themselves?
Hi, I'm Daedra Rude, and I play a whipping snapping young lad named Chad Ryan, and he is a young football player that just really doesn't understand adult things and doesn't really understand the gravity of his situation. He's starting to, but really doesn't.
He's a sweet baby boy.
He's our son.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all of those in between. I am Alexander Kirkendall. I am the rabble that has been roused, and I will be playing the ever-tired, very stressed, straight man game developer Robert Orion Bancroft, who has apparently adopted Alice the Scare Clown as his newest companion on this quest.
But how straight is he?
I think it's a group activity.
I don't know. He kind of gives me like Demi or Ace vibes, to be fair.
Fair.
I think everyone kind of adopted Alice the Scarecrow. I think she's kind of like a group adopt.
You're our daughter now.
I think I agree. Yeah. I am Tristan Riley. I play Sonny Sullivan Summers, the country bumpkin turned ranger who is kind of along for the ride. And will surely lead his friends into all manner of horrible situations in the wilderness. We'll see.
So far, you've led them to correct places. They have been dangerous, but your guiding has been
So
good
far.
so far.
Well,
So-
we will.
So far.
I feel like my luck can only go so far, but we'll see.
I wouldn't worry about it too much.
So far, your skill as a tracker has not been called into question, but your luck in the destinations that we are tracked to, hopefully does get better.
I mean, we did almost get mauled by brownies that, before we came back, but it was all okay in the end.
Yeah.
Well, that was
okay
also
partly because Sunny just really wanted to fight some brownies. Sunny really wanted to show them what for, to be fair.
Did. I don't always have a good handle on my temper, but I'm working
Sunny
on it.
Actually felt bloodlust. He felt actual bloodlust. The longer he interacted with those brownies, the more he was like, they gotta go.
They call him Sunny because he wields the fury of 1,000 suns.
Yeah. It was just the way they talked. Something about their voices just really got to me.
Yeah, for me it was less the voices and more the fact that they were kind of what's the word? Assholes? Yeah, they're kind of.
Does this mean that Nightcore makes Sunny irrationally angry? Like, screen-punchingly mad whenever he hears Nightcore come on the radio?
To be fair, Nightcore also makes me irrationally angry as well, so I understand that. I sympathize. So, as we return to our story, however, the three of you with your new ally, Alice the Scare Clown, find yourselves walking down the road further to the west towards the Greenwood, which is your first stop on your quest to collect these 4 magical swords needed to defeat the Shadow Lord. We come back to your group heading down the road further to the west. After just completing your little adventure at the farm. You guys have been walking, I think, for another hour or so. Alice hasn't said anything. She's very much been quiet since the events at the farm. It is getting dark out, though. So it's kind of the end to your first day of travel. And the sun is starting to set on the horizon. You can actually see sort of it cresting over the large, expansive grassy plains and hills. Because there isn't a lot of landmarks to get in the way, kind of in the central territory of Reverie, you can actually see the sun for quite a while before it dips below the horizon because of how flat, other than some rolling hills, the area is. So you can actually see the sun kind of cresting down towards the horizon, kind of hitting that midpoint of just starting to hit the bottom of the horizon, starting to disappear. You're going to tell, and you can tell that you probably will need to find a place to make camp for the night, or at least find a place to stay. As it is starting to get a little sort of that twilight light, starting to get a little orangish glow.
Gotcha.
Something we've never actually discussed. Is there camping mechanics in this particular adventure, or do we simply have to try and find an inn?
Well, let's see. I'm going to pick a stick that's just on the side of the road, and I'm going to see if I can turn it into a tent by just using my magic powers to create a tent, which was not a tent.
Okay.
Because I know I can change things now.
Okay. How many dice are you going to try to use?
I'm going to try 2. Do 2.
Okay. 2 dice? Okay. All right. Give me 2 dice.
All right, so that's a 3 and a 2, so
3 and a 2? Okay. So you do you pick up the stick, or you just point at it?
I just point at it.
Okay. You turn onto the side of the road and just point at a random stick on the ground and just focus. You see the veins popping in Chad's head as he kind of focuses in on this stick on the ground. And then the stick vanishes and a tent appears. But the tent is about the same mass as the stick. So it's this really tiny little tent on the side of the road. Like a teeny little tent.
Well, you can make tents, so my guess is we can camp.
That's a good observation.
Gonna have a hard time fitting in there. I can try to, start us a fire.
I'm gonna see if I can fiddle around and see if I can open a menu at all.
You ask for the menu and the thing pops up that allows you to access your inventory again.
Yeah, but I'm looking for more than that, like a settings menu. Like a more broad, more than an inventory, like a character screen.
give me a roll with double boon for both master of the digital language and detail oriented. So this is gonna be a double boon roll for you. This is something you're very good at.
Dang, a 3.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
a 3. Yeah, you open up the menu, fiddle with it. You actually find you didn't notice because things have just been so crazy. You haven't really been paying attention.
That's fair.
You've been sort of speedrunning things. You actually notice that there's 2 other options below the inventory option. Because that you haven't really noticed yet, and you kind of move down. You're like,
What's this now?
oh, look at that.
Hold on a moment.
The 2 options you see is that there is a craft option, and below the rub the fingers.
Boys, we're
together.
entering Ark
There is a-
survival mode.
There's a craft option, and actually there is one that you actually have seen, and it is the bestiary one. That is information on creatures you've encountered, like the one that gave you info on the brownies. So you actually do remember that one. So there's a bestiary and a
All right.
crafting option below the inventory.
Time to play some fucking Minecraft, gang. I click the craft option.
You click the craft option. There is a wall of question marks in your crafting menu. Like little boxes where different recipes would be, except each of them is grayed out with question marks.
Gentlemen, I have made a discovery.
Yeah, what's up?
I turn to look at them and I'd gesture at the crafting menu.
Y'all can make shit.
Cool.
That's fun.
Well,
I don't have any recipes yet, but I can craft things.
Need to find all the crafting cookbooks.
so we can't really do anything right now, but good to know for the future, I guess.
Let's see. I pick up a stick. Does that do anything to the crafting menu?
It just asks if you want to put in your inventory. or not.
Let's do that. Let's put a
Okay.
random stick. Add treasure.
Right, one of your
Random
one of your inventory slots is filled with a stick.
Does
on the
that
side of the
modify the crafting menu at all? Does that new reagent discovered?
Nope.
Okay.
They're like really specific reagents, like
Perhaps.
gotta find
Is there
a
like,
purple
or is it like
flower.
Is it like Skyrim options where it's just like mix whatever you have until you figure something out? Where there's just is there a mix option on the items, or is it just remove from inventory?
grab a rock and see if it does anything else. I don't know.
I pick up the rock and add it to my inventory.
Okay, rock has been added.
Still nothing.
Bang them together.
Can't make a hammer.
I don't know.
Can I select multiple items in my inventory?
So you open up your inventory and you select the stick, and when you select it, there is the equip option, there's the drop option, and there's actually a third option called there's the crafting option underneath that.
Yes. Craft.
You click it and it says it says no crafting bench nearby.
You need a crafting bench.
I
had
crack
a
my
feeling.
knuckles and I go, well, gang, time to do some experimenting. And I start punching a tree.
Oh God.
Nothing happens.
You bloody
Your knuckles hurt. Your knuckles. It actually. Wait. Roll me a
Oh.
d6.
Okay.
All right.
6.
Yeah, you punch and a chunk of bark actually flies off from a small patch of trees you walk up to in these grassy hills, and it just knocks some bark off, and there's some splinters in your knuckles. But
Dang. All right, that's not going to work.
else.
It's not Minecraft rules.
I'm point at that piece of bark that flew off, and I'm just gonna go workbench, 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 workbench. I'm gonna try and see if I can actually make it into a workbench.
okay, how many dice are you gonna make?
Just rolling one dice, and it's a 5.
A what appears to be a small workbench does appear.
Okay.
Cool.
So, let's see if
Good.
it'll let you use the tiny workbench.
I trundle over to it and I touch the workbench.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Can I pick it up and I move it probably to a location where I have better lighting, and then I go into my inventory and I activate the stick again near the workbench.
Nothing happens.
I hit craft and nothing happens.
Nope.
Okay. What about the stone? Nothing.
Both of them at the same time?
Can I put the workbench in my inventory?
No, it's too heavy.
Okay.
Over encumbered.
Okay.
It
Which is
doesn't have the
interesting.
right code in it.
It says too heavy, but you remember you put a fish that was way larger in an inventory way earlier. Way larger than this workbench.
Yeah, you said it was a small workbench, so
Yeah.
it's weird.
It's considerably less heavy than that fish, and it says you can't put it in your inventory.
I don't think you're supposed it's okay, so I don't think it's like Minecraft rules where you can build a workbench and put it down. I think what we might discover is that there are set locations for crafting where there are predetermined workbenches. Kind of like
like in Skyrim.
yes, the Bethesda games.
Yes.
Those
like
Bethesda
Skyham-
games.
like Skyhammer.
Sky.
Right. Right. Skyhammer.
The Oldie
Space
Books
Edge.
Chronicles. I love the Oldie Books Chronicles. Skyhammer is my favorite Oldie Books game.
Now, I'm kind of wondering. I'm kind of looking at our surroundings here.
Or like the Irradiated series.
What? Oh God.
That's such a specific.
Okay. Okay.
That's so
I see
specific.
what I see what you mean.
I gotta say, that joke there was pretty rad.
You get me, Chad. You get me.
Oh God, I feel irradiated right now. Okay, so are there hills like close to us, or are those like hills kind of off in the distance? Like
They're a
with
little further away. The road is sort of cutting through some of the flattest terrain.
Yeah, yeah.
The hills are a little
Okay.
further away.
How would it?
But
Long
it's
would
just,
it
it's
take
just kind of like
us?
flat
Okay.
grassland.
So like, if like for miles and miles, or like, would I be able to run and crest the hill?
Oh yeah, you could
Nearby.
run to the hill. It would take you like 5 minutes to reach the nearest one.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, how much sunlight do we have? Because I might just want to crest that hill and see if there's like an inn on the other side or something before we really bed down.
Yeah, if you want
If
to,
it's
you
like-
could run
if
over
it's
to
only
a
5
nearby
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
hill. You can jog over to a hill.
I mean, I am this sort of scout ranger here. So yeah. So I'm just like, I'm gonna scout ahead. I'm just gonna see what's right over that hill.
Robert is going to continue trying to experiment and writing down notes and things in his book of ideas that he comes across.
Okay,
Cool.
And Alice is kind of just standing next to Chad and Robert. She doesn't move. She's been kind of staring into the middle distance and hasn't spoken since you guys left the farm, and she just seems a little checked out.
Poor dear.
I stick my hands in my jacket pockets, and then I realize that I have my game blad, and I'm like, oh my god, yes! And I pull it out, and I'm
Just
like, okay.
hardcore poggers.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
this
pull out
is-
your game lad chromatic from your pocket, which has been with you this entire time.
And I look over at,
This is your memento, right? Your starting
this
memento.
is my memento.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And, what? I just blanked out on the clown scarecrow's name. I don't
Alice.
know why.
Alice.
I look over at Alice and I say, when I think about things that are really heavy and I'm very, contemplative about it, I like to distract myself with this.
She
Go
kind
ahead.
of looks over and goes, what? And kind of looks over like she kind of like was just snapped out of her daydream, and she goes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chad. I was a little distracted. I wasn't paying attention. That's my bad.
Well, you wanna experience playing games?
Playing what?
Playing games. I have this thing called a Game Blad. It's really fun. My mom got it for me a while ago. But it's it's got some of my favorite games on it, and I figure, maybe you wanted to experience playing some games. You know?
Oh, well,
Experience
I
something
mean,
from our world.
I could give it a shot. Sure.
Now we've turned her into a murderer and now a rabid video game addict. Let's go.
Robert
Best influence.
is in full hyper focus mode. He's not paying attention to the world around him.
So, Sonny, you crest the top of the hill and stop, and you can see for miles, like the green grassland, and you can actually see that the looming huge woodland of the bottom part of the part of this end of the western end of the continent where that massive greenwood is located. So in the distance, you can see a massive sea of forest that just stretches on across the horizon. It looks like it's another day's travel from where you are, but you can definitely see it because of how flat the grasslands are with the rolling hills. Once you cross the top of this hill, you could just see this massive rolling sea of trees. And in the distance, there's a tiny speck. You see something moving over the top of the trees. Even at this distance, there is something moving across the trees.
What the hell?
Across the top of it. And then it dives down into the trees out of sight.
What the hell was that? Can I, tell what it is?
It was too far away. It was like a speck. But given, how far away it was and how it was still visual, it looked quite large.
Yeah. Okay.
But you also notice that there appears to be where the continent it sort of narrows and connects between the area with the greenwood and the main continent where the main central kingdom is. You can see what looks to be like giant stone towers. What it looks to be like a very large bridge over like a canyon. Even at this distance, you can see.
Okay, and that's a little beyond where the forest starts.
It's right before the forest. So basically, to leave the central kingdom, you have to cross this big bridge over this canyon to the forest. Is what it looks like.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Stone towers. Are there any specific markings or decorations on them? Or are they just sort of
too far away? They're big enough that you can see them, but they're little tiny in the distance.
Okay. And I see no buildings, of course, between the bridge and the hill. It's just sort of wilderness.
From where you are currently, let me look at my map. Actually, you do see a settlement. Maybe an hour's travel from where you currently are between where you are now and the bridge. There appears to be a settlement. You can see little smokestacks and chimneys.
An hour, okay. How much sunlight about what I think we have left?
You'd roll into town just as it starts to get dark, basically as it's full dark.
Oh, okay, perfect. With that, I'll turn and run back to my companions. Yeah, I don't know if anything happens in the meantime, but I would want to relay this information. Okay,
you run back down the hill, back over to the other two. Currently,
am I able to make any progress?
No, it just doesn't work.
Damn it.
I will say I'll just give it. I'll just give it to you with your high intelligence, Robert. You think that you may be correct that there's specific areas you're meant to craft in, and you're not necessarily meant to craft in areas that are not, specifically designed for it. Given that fact, you feel like that's one of the core game loop features of this place. I would say game loop, even though it's supposed to be real, but it's also very much a game. So
yeah, you go back to town with reagents that you've acquired from your travels, and then you craft them into upgrades for whatever equipment that you have. And then a bit of roguelite type elements or Monster Hunter type elements where you acquire materials to then upgrade your character to then do more dangerous things.
All right, well, you hit the bottom of the hill, though. Yeah, you hit the bottom of the hill and kind of run across the grass field and up to the group.
So, guys, I spotted a settlement, town of some kind. I'd wager an hour away. We could try and head there and see if there's an inn.
So, Alice, that was this game is this is Champamon. Look over there. Yeah, I usually want to start with the bulbous squirt.
Good old pocket pals.
No, Champamon? Did you say Champamon?
I did. I said Champamon. It's canon. It's canon.
You're my little pog champ.
Oh God.
Is PogChamp the Mew of this version?
Yep. God, I hate that.
No, PogChamp is Machamp, but he's just mewing super fucking hard all the time.
I can't.
No.
Being looks maxing.
That or PogChamp is the word that they use instead of Pokemon Champion.
The introductory screen is like, it's like Professor Oak, but it's Professor Max, and it's this Giga Chad looking professor in a coat, and he's like, "Welcome to the world of Champamon." He's like got the squarest jaw imaginable.
Everybody's just a fucking yoked Chad.
Everyone just looks like a fucking Greek god.
It's like if JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Pokemon just like mixed together.
Like, yeah, this pure Adonis looking,
jacked.
this like Adonis looking professor in a white lab coat is like, "Welcome to the world of Champamon." He like raises an eyebrow.
Your character's supposed to be like 10 to 12, but they look like Jotaro.
That's my favorite thing about the fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series. It's like, yep, you're 15.
You look like a fucking
Anyway.
26-year-old man who never skips the gym.
Alice looks at the screen of these overly sculpted beings and just kind of like looks up at you, and she just goes, What?
It's a fun game.
Okay. She looks back at the screen. Yeah, so do you guys head down the road towards the town?
Yeah.
Yep, I will discard
let's go.
the random rock and random stick.
Ka-kung, lands on the ground. You guys make your way towards the town. You eventually reach, like, you can see the town with the distance just as it's starting to get dark. And you can also see that there is like kind of a slightly dilapidated ruin just outside the town, right next to it.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I think
Another
that's
side quest location.
that's
Yeah, I
probably
should
our,
probably hit that in the morning.
I think that's probably going to be our first initial dungeon crawl.
Dungeon crawl?
Yes, so essentially we would comb through the ruins, find treasure, maybe fight some monsters, and then we would, my assumption is, take whatever treasure and materials that we gather from the ruin, return to town, and then use them to upgrade our gear and equipment so that we're more capable in the future.
Oh.
And I think that's kind of the like leveling
Yeah,
cycle, is rather
Not
than
necessarily any actual crawling, although we might need to through some tight spaces.
spelunking.
Yeah.
Alice kind of lights up a little bit, so the life kind of returns to her face. She goes, "Oh, that's like hero stuff. That's what heroes do, like in the stories."
Yes. I'm assuming
Pretty
that's
much.
it seems like it's geared a little bit to have a bit of sort of like Beast Hunter or roguelite type gameplay loops where you go on excursions into dungeons or dangerous locations, acquire materials and upgrade materials, and then increase the skill and power of your character and equipment before moving on to more dangerous zones.
I look at Alice, like, is she clocking any of that?
She doesn't look like she's checking out like most NPCs do when you guys start talking about like game terminology. She actually looks like she's earnestly listening to you guys.
Interesting.
Robert is also writing this down in his idea book.
Well, it sounds kind of like Champamon. She looks down at the Game Boy that she's still the game lad that she's still playing on with the beep and boop noises.
He motions his pen towards Alice and goes, yes, there are some similarities. Champamon is a bit more about training specific companions to get them stronger, whereas this is more acquiring specific materials to make yourself stronger.
Yeah, well, in the game, you train these guys called the champions, and you're their personal trainer. And on the screen, we see a bunch of buff people working out.
Buff like
Yeah.
fucking legally distinct Gijinka.
You spot the sign to the town as you guys approach it. Welcome to Townsville.
That's
Wow,
about
they
right.
really-
That seems about right.
They're, I gotta say, they're very creative with their names in this game, I've noticed. The inn.
Maybe it's like placeholder, like it's still an alpha build or something.
I mean, it's
Alpha
gotta
build?
be.
I do agree that this is probably an alpha test version of the game, but considering other things that we've met and interacted with so far, I think this is part of the sort of ironic humor that the game tends to be pushing.
You see outside the town there is a watchman standing with a lantern and a spear, some light armor and a little bucket helm, and he's just kind of sitting outside the town by the gate. There's like a little wooden gate outside the town. He's just kind of standing watch with a lantern.
Okay. Sonny steps forward and says, I can handle this.
Okay.
He says, hail there, sir.
Oh, hello there. Oh, how can I help you? You notice that he has a very bedraggled appearance, and he has like a shield that looks like it's like it's not actually a shield. It's like
a trash can lid.
Like it looks like a bunch of wood scraps like nailed together to make a shield, and also the tip of his spear is broken and there's no actual blade on the end of it. And he goes, hello there, sirs. Welcome to Townsville. I'm glad you could all come here.
Right. Forgive me for asking, but has your Townsville here fallen on hard times? And I just kind of look up at his broken spear.
Well, no, that's just me. I can't really afford any good equipment, you know. My knight who I served, he doesn't really give me a lot of stuff to work with, so I'm doing the best I can. So what I got.
So what you're saying is they're hoarding the taxes and not giving you the equipment to do your job?
No, he said it builds character. He told me, you know, I had to learn how to craft my own stuff. It's what being a knight is all about.
Robert gives like a visible, like almost like retching motion as he just sort of like shudders in the background.
Who am I to know? I'm simply a squire, so I'm doing my best to learn how to be a proper knight.
Oh God, he's an intern.
So, who is this knight that you're squiring for?
My knight. The Lord Liege I serve.
Yep.
Yes, that's the one.
That will be surprise.
Surprise. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. What brings you to Townsville, strangers?
It's getting rather dark, and we're hoping to find lodging for the evening.
Oh, there's an inn in town you could stay at, but, you know, I usually sleep in the stables because I can't afford to stay at no inn.
Poor bastard.
Robert gains the extreme urge to find and punch Surprise.
Yeah. Surprise sounds like he's just kind of treating him kind of like he's just like a bad dog, which is really unfortunate.
Oh no, he lets his dog sleep in his room when he stays at the inn. I have to sleep in the stables.
Awesome.
That's okay though. He said it builds character, and who am I to judge? You know, he's the knight, not me.
Robert's blood pressure continues to rise.
I don't know if I just want to say this. I think dude's using you as like an outlet for his disgusting and horrible side, and I think you should just not be the punching bag.
Oh no, he's much nicer than my last two knights I worked for.
Really?
No, they were much worse.
How old is this guy? Like, how old does he look?
He looks like a youth. He looks like Chad's age.
Okay, at least he has a lot of time left. Okay.
Hey Robert, you got that notepad?
You mean my book?
Yeah, let's think we could take down some names.
I'm thinking that might be a good idea.
Oh, you want to take down my name? That's awfully considerate of you.
Who are you son? I'm Sonny Summers.
Oh, nice to meet you, Sonny. I'm Squire Nedworth.
I take down Squire Nedworth.
Oh God, yes.
Out of character.
Out
of character. I'm wondering if he has any potential relation to good old Squire Ned Word.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
Oh, who? Squire who?
Oh, that was out of character.
Yeah, but
none of us know who the fuck Nedward is in character. All right.
Okay.
Nedworth. And how do you spell
there's
that?
three characters. There's been a super niche
WURTH?
Sure, I can't read, but it sounds about right.
Oh no.
Oh. Well, they went for historical accuracy on this one, I guess. Poor guy.
Suppose.
All right, so Squire Nedworth. I've got 24 bits here. And how much does it cost to stay a night at your inn?
Oh, well, it just costs you 8 bits for a night.
Ah, well, here's what I think. When's your shift end? When's the next guard coming?
Oh, well, Sir Price told me to stand out here till he comes and gets me in the morning, so I'm going to be here all night.
Oh, well...
When was the last time you slept, Nedworth?
Oh, I can't really remember, if I'm being honest.
Makes it hard to get your room. I was gonna try to be nice and get your room, but...
Oh, no need to do that, sir. It's much too kind of you, not that I deserve it.
So what are the names of these knights? We have Surprise...
Oh, there was also Surrender. He ended up giving up and retiring from being a knight, so had to find a different one after him, after he gave up, so I had to find a different one. So, obviously that ended not too great. It was the first one I served. And, after him, I served Surround. But Surround, he really didn't really want to do a lot of knighting. He just mostly wanted to do a lot of eating, and so he was spent a lot of times at the local tavern and inn, just eating away. And then he couldn't really be a knight anymore. Wasn't really fit for the job, and he also kind of retired. And then after that, I had Sirloin. And if I'm being honest, I don't really want to get into what my problems with him were. It wasn't great. But then after he left, then they set me up with Surprise, and things have been pretty good, all things considered.
Right. Who's this that set you up with Surprise?
Oh, that would be the Knight Commander for the Kingdom of Reverie.
And that would be Sir Java, then.
Oh, no, he's a champion. Oh, you've met Sir Java? Well, I'll be.
Yeah.
You must be people of great importance if Sir Java's somebody that you can just say the name of easily. Last time I said Sir Java's name, Surprise beat me over the head with a cane for an hour.
An hour? The arm
Squire
on that
Nedworth.
man.
How are you still alive?
Oh, he said that, Bill's character, knights have to be tough, so he gave me this helm of bludgeoning resistance.
Ah, I see.
He told me it's part of training. I have to always be prepared for danger anywhere, so sometimes he attacks me when I least expect it.
How surprising of him.
Well,
that's a joke.
Are you sure there's no one that might be willing to exchange places with you for tonight?
The town doesn't really have a town guard, so I'm sort of volunteering to do that job for them. Alice raises her hand. She goes, well, I don't need to eat or sleep, so I could stay out and watch.
You sure?
That is an idea.
Well, if I'm being honest, I think I need some time to think, and maybe a night by myself to clear my head will be good for me.
I suppose standing sentinel to protect a location is also rather...
what you were made for.
Rather close to your roots.
I have a lot of experience with it.
Do you want... I motion with the halberd. I'm like, do you want this to...
No, I think I'm good.
Right.
She says, looking at the halberd. We zoom in on her eyes. It's like we hear the crushing, splatting noises for a moment.
Just hear the screams in the background.
Yeah. So it's just slowly panning in as the screen grays out and starts to flicker a little bit.
A single droning bass guitar riff.
Yeah, heavy metal. Yeah, in the background.
And she's like, anyway, yeah, no, I'm used to standing out all night, so it'll be easy enough for me.
If you don't want the axe, I understand. Would you like to try holding this bow and quiver here?
No, I think I'll be fine. I don't think I want to hold any weapons.
All
she
right.
says.
I understand. All right. Well, that's
I don't think they're for me.
Well, I'll see. I said it before, but I'll see about getting you a staff for self-defense of some kind.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. It's all good. I mean, I'm just grateful
you're going to be traveling with us, and we're going to be doing dangerous things. So you having the ability to defend yourself from those dangerous things is going to be vitally critical.
hero things for the good of
What?
all.
If it wouldn't be too much trouble, maybe not a staff, but if you get me a shield, I think I'd like that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. A shield. I can be like a shield. I can protect you guys.
I might also still recommend a staff, because it is very utilitarian for a good many things. Can be a good walking stick as well.
All right, if you say so.
Well, you can have both. You have two hands.
Oh, I do. She looks at her big gloved hands.
You certainly do.
Squire Nebworth goes, I also got two hands, but I'm busy holding the lantern, so that's why I strapped my shield to my arm. And I've got my spear right here. He gestures to the broken spear he has.
Would you like a halberd, young man?
Oh, no, I'm not allowed to hold halberds. Surprise is orders. I haven't earned it yet.
I see.
He told me the only weapons I'm allowed to use are the ones I craft for myself, like any knight.
I think the government usually gives them their...
Oh, that's not what he told me. And I trust my knight.
Don't they just pay blacksmiths a lot of gold to make all that stuff for them?
Do what?
That's how I think it works, but that's just me.
Yeah, usually there's like an armory, this thing called an armory, where like, you know, the blacksmiths that like work for the you know, castle or whatever, like fill it with weapons and armor, and then you can just have them for defense.
No,
for defending the castle and the township.
I'm pretty sure a crafting bench is where all items and weapons are made. I'm pretty sure they all made at the crafting bench. I don't know what a blacksmith is. Never heard
They don't
of it.
got
If I'm being
blacksmiths.
honest.
What a strange world this is.
Okay, well, Squire Nedworth, why don't you come with us to the inn? I'll buy your room.
Oh, all right. You sure? Why not? That sounds lovely. I mean,
I think you deserve a break after all you've been through.
He steps close to your son. He goes, "Thank you." It's like so sincere. It's like so sincere.
I kind of awkwardly like pat him on the shoulder.
Thank you so much.
It'll be all right, son.
Thomas, why are you doing this? You know we might also try to adopt this boy as well,
no,
right?
I can't. Must stay with my knight.
Thomas, Mr. Rabble-Rouser, you can't just keep giving us adoptable NPCs wherever we go.
I'll kill them both. I'll fucking destroy them both. Don't think that fucking long.
I will.
I mean, to be fair,
I'll burn this whole place to the ground.
So you guys step into Townsville with Squire Nedworth, and Alice remains outside. She gives a little wave as you guys stride away. You see, a very simple one-street town where it's just like one street, bunch of houses and shops, and then a gate that exits the town. It's like very bare bones little settlement. A
very long, narrow
you
zone.
can see there's an inn. There is a bookshop. There is a bunch of houses, obviously, and there is also like a shop, like a general shop, an item shop, and it's just called The Shop, and it looks like the same sign and design of the shop inside the Capitol.
Mr. Inn's shop.
Sorry, did you say we saw an inn?
Yeah, there's an inn.
Okay. Well, I think maybe we should visit the other places in the morning, unless you guys really want to go to like the shop now.
I do want to head to the shop for just a moment. And
Are you guys going to stick together, or are you guys going to separate?
The shop.
I mean, if you want to go, I might as well peek inside. I'll go with you.
yeah, might as well go with.
You guys walk up to the stairs and open up the shop, and there's a little jingle of the bell, ding-a-ding-a-ding, as you guys walk in. And you stride into the shop, and it's got shelves and items and all these things, just kind of like the other shop that you were at before.
A duplicate.
It is almost identical. And you also see on the desk is an identical piece of paper that has a message on it.
Hey there, I've stepped away to take care of something. Sorry I missed you. If you need anything, please speak with my assistants, Sugar and Spice. I'll see you when next I'm in. Ha Same as
Again.
last time.
And just like that, you hear a little jingle, 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 and two familiar fairies descend from the ceiling into view. And you see Spice look at you and go, well, look who it is. Fancy seeing you again. How are you all doing?
Hello
You look
again,
a little
ladies.
weather-beaten and tired.
You're not
Little
wrong.
bit.
So how are you
Mood,
guys here, and then
while.
also at the Capitol?
I'm sorry?
How are you guys here and then also at the Capitol? It's the same shop at the Capitol. It doesn't make any sense.
I just put my hand on Chad's shoulder and shake my head
They're
gently.
not gonna understand. They're NPCs.
Oh no, we're wherever we need to be.
Oh, that's
She
fun.
winks.
So
Oh, you do have an explanation.
magic.
Well, why have another shop when the best one already exists, huh?
Oh, so it's a monopoly.
She leans down, she goes, don't tell anybody. What do you work for? She like leans in. You see Sugar lean over.
I just stare her
Sugar
down.
leans
like,
over and grabs
you're not
Spice's
intimidating.
shoulders and kind of pulls her back, and she says, Now, let's not scare away any of our customers, Spice. Hello, gentlemen. It's nice to see you again.
Spice is spicy.
Hi,
I can say that.
Just real quick, do you have a shield for purchase?
Oh, yes, we do, of course, love. And you look down, and there's obviously, once again, an assortment of items for sale, all of different prices. These items are different than the items that were in the Capitol. There are items you
Oh.
haven't seen before here.
Something is different here.
Yes, you see before you, there is a scroll for sale. Let's see. It is called a scroll of gimme. Let me
Gimme,
put
gimme,
that
gimme.
in the chat. gimme. Let me put that in the chat for you.
I think I might have accidentally deleted a piece of my basic gear, but I'm not sure what
One
I
of your scrolls,
deleted.
maybe?
All right, so there's that
No.
scroll. Gimme.
Whoa.
You want to read that?
An object you can see
Okay.
or know the location
Of
teleports to your hand. 300 bits. So you can just like, if you know the location or you can see it, it just like is there. That's fun.
A little expensive, but very useful.
I can't afford it right now,
Yeah.
but I'd like to have it.
You just scroll a gimme to get a scroll of gimme. Infinite scroll of gimme
Give
glitch.
me
You know the
another
location of
one.
it.
So you want to read that? There's a scroll of revenge.
For a scene, when you are hit by a melee, missile, or magic attack, roll a d6 on a 4+. A magic bolt springs from you, inflicting 1 strike on your attacker. Oh, alright.
And then there's a bracelet of purging.
Boon to resist poison. Alright. But how does it purge the poison from
Also,
your
it's worth
body?
150
This could get
bits.
awkward.
Make sure that's said out loud. Worth 150 bits.
Yeah.
And there's also like basic equipment that you can buy other than the special items. And of course, this place always also sells healing potions, which heal 2 strikes, always for 50 bits.
What? It feels a little odd that these aren't in like the 64-bit increments. But anyway, is there a basic shield, and how much is it?
You can buy a basic shield for 16 bits.
Do you have 8 spare bits, Sonny?
I do.
I do believe technically we only need 16 bits for the 2 of us for the night, because I believe Chad can just jump in one of our inventories and then go through the same time skip with us.
Yes. That is correct. So I have exactly 16 bits left.
Shit.
How many bits do you have? We don't have enough?
I have 8.
Ow.
It's not like they gave us a lot of starting money, to be fair.
I mean, I put...
And Lumpy Lincoln Hall did not pay us in bits because he doesn't know what the currency of this land is.
Can we sell things?
No, wait, I have... Well, so I technically have 24 because I put 8 aside for Nedworth's room. So...
Let me... Hold on. Can I sell this lesser healing potion? And how much can I sell it for?
There is no sell option.
Well, that just seems strange.
Dang
What
it.
the fuck? That just seems like bad design.
Man, that's lame. Alright, well.
Alright, well, let me find a room full of pots and I'll just start going ham.
Well, I could pay for Nedworth's room and the... I mean, then one of us would be without a room, is the thing.
Nedworth goes, well, if you're looking for some extra coin, there might be some loot in the ruin outside the town if you want to go check it out. So, you could always go take a look.
It is a bit late.
We should probably just call it a night and then...
Well, you know what they always say.
We don't even...
The later it is, the better loot there is.
Really?
Who says that?
Is that what they say?
Who says?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. My Night Surprise says it often.
Is it because
Really?
he can surprise people more at night, so he takes their shit?
Well, that's what he tells me, and then he sends me into dungeons in the dead of night to do reconnaissance for the best loot, as he puts it, and then I'm supposed to tell him about it later.
Really?
So he goes in the morning, but sends you in there when it's more dangerous.
But, he said that, most enemies won't expect me coming in the middle of the night. He says it's smart and tactical.
I hate this man with every... I hate this man a little bit more with every sentence that comes out of his mouth.
Well, don't say that. He's a very skilled knight. I'm going to be just like him one day.
Gods, I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, if you make it to that day, it sounds like he's using you as cannon fodder.
Well, cannon what?
Cannon fodder, like the front lines, like people that get hit by cannons first. Oh, wait, you don't have cannons in this world. That doesn't make any sense.
I know we do. Sky Pirates of the Windsea got cannons.
Okay, so imagine you're on the front lines and those cannons shoot at you, right?
Oh, that's why my surprise taught me a special move where if anyone shoots anything at him, I'm supposed to dive in the way.
Yep. Okay, so you literally are cannon fodder. That's rad.
No, I'm his shield and loyal squire.
All right.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Well, are we feeling tired right now? Like, in the game?
No.
I'm feeling very tired of how much abuse this poor Squire is taking.
It's not abuse. I'm learning how to be a good knight.
Right. You can.
He's got Stockholm syndrome.
Keep
so
telling
bad.
yourself that, son. Well, since we're not physically tired, I mean, we could just go into that dungeon now, get it out of the way. I mean, I don't know. How much are torches? Do they have torches here? See in the dark?
Well, you could always take my lantern. He holds it up. I don't really need it.
You don't? Can you see in the dark?
Oh, no, not at all. I just figured if heroes like you needed it, it'd probably best serve in your hands than mine, being a lowly squire and all.
Oh, you poor boy.
Well,
I'm actually not that poor. My family were considerably well off.
okay. Squire Nedworth, I'm going to give you these 8 bits here. I graciously accept your lantern. I will return it to you when we get back from the dungeon. Okay?
Well, that's more money than I've ever held.
I thought you just said your parents were wealthy.
I'm not allowed to touch the family money. This is what my dad always said. I've got bad butterfingers, bad with money.
But have you ever had a chance to spend money?
Oh, I have. I always misspend it, spend it all, and in ways I shouldn't be allowed to carry a coin purse. Let me tell you, I've got bad spending habits, really impulsive.
Turns out he's just a fucking
What
like
have you
avid gambler.
What have you spent? What have you spent it on?
Well, you see, sometimes I like to go to the tavern and people play cards, and I figure might as well try my luck at it. And let me tell you, I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, you seem like the kind that has a really poor poker face.
Oh boy, do I! Can't lie to save me life.
Yeah, probably shouldn't play poker then.
Best you use those bits to get some rest and not play cards.
Before you go,
All right.
real quick, you said, have you scouted out that particular dungeon outside town?
Oh yeah, I was set in the other day by surprise. He said I should go check it out while it's at its, most lootable.
Right. So, have you seen like what's in there? Can you give us any heads up about what trouble we'll find?
Lot of loose rocks, overgrown plants, some standing stones.
Any monsters? Any traps?
Other than the monsters in my head I deal with every day, not so much.
Oh, well, so it's basically an
Right.
empty dungeon.
As far as I saw, but he did say dungeons are at their least dangerous at night.
You see
And
any?
I trust my night surprise has never lied to me.
Right.
Sure, bud.
Have you seen any bits in there? Any treasure?
Well, if I found any treasure, I would have taken it back to surprise, but didn't find any, so maybe it's some hidden treasure I just didn't notice.
Okay, all right.
Or maybe
I suppose
because
it's
there's no
worth a
heroes,
look.
There's no assets to load in.
All right. Well, is there anything you guys want to try and finagle here, or should we get going?
We don't haggle, you're supposed to say.
Oh yeah. All right.
Well, if we're not getting a room, then getting a shield for Alice would be a good plan.
Okay. I guess I can spend the rest of my bits on that.
What do they have anything that's worth 8 bits?
No.
Yeah, they own a monopoly. God, no, they don't. It's like
All
festival
right.
pricing. You got fucking Budweiser, like one Budweiser is like $21.
Take the rest of my bits, sugar and spice. I need a shield for this scare
Thank
clown.
you kindly, Sonny, Sugar says as she takes it.
I grab the shield, and with the lantern in tow, I go to Alice.
Alright, so you go to leave the shop. Are you two gonna follow?
Yeah.
Alright, little fairies wave at you as you guys exit the shop.
Bye.
And
Buy sugar and spice.
yeah, they give a little wave in unison right next to you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And you guys step out and walk across the town center back to the gate. Alice looks over and she goes, "Oh, you're back already. I thought you guys were going to stay in the inn."
Well,
That was the initial plan, yes,
Changed.
but plans have changed.
here's your shield. I hold it out to her.
Thanks. She takes it and hooks it in her arm. She goes, "Yeah, it feels better. Yeah."
So the current plan is, since none of us seem to be affected by the lethargy of exhaustion, we're not going to stay at the inn. We are, in fact, going to explore that. And I point at the room.
Do you need me to come with you?
If you want.
Yeah.
Do you need me to come with you too?
No, I think we're okay. Go to
Go
sleep.
to sleep, Nedworth.
Oh, all right. I'll take these 8 bits and definitely pay for a room.
He's gonna go fucking gamble.
Ah.
All
He
right.
is. He's going to go
No,
gamble.
I would never do that.
Nedworth, do I have to
don't-
come in and watch you pay for your room?
No, please help your friends in your dungeon crawl. Let me go pay for my room, which is what these 8 bits are going to. Arrivederci. And he turns and he...
God
Watch us
damn
come
it.
back and he's fucking gambled Watch us come back and he's gambled the town destitute and he's now like a quadrillionaire.
Yeah, he
It
walks
was his
way back
lucky
to
day. Yeah.
he walks way back to the inn with
Oh,
your 8 bits.
God. Okay, well, that was probably a bad decision. Oh well. Should we leave the town unguarded?
An act of kindness is never a bad decision. You just can't make people spend the money that you gift them on whatever it is that you want, even if what you're hoping for is better for them than what they end up doing.
Suppose you're right.
Well, let's go explore those ruins.
I think the town will survive one night without a guard on watch.
Immediately
Let's go.
catches fire.
From my understanding, there usually isn't a guard on watch, and Surprise is just making Nedworth do
Yeah, it's
that.
kind of, yeah. I thought the same. To the dungeon!
All right, you guys walk away from the town over towards the Standing Stone. It's not far from the town. It's a few minute walk. It's like right next to the town. It's this old ruin. And you step in. It's dark out, but you guys do have the lantern. Sonny, you're kind of leading the way with the lantern.
Yeah.
And the lantern casts kind of light onto this ruin. It is clear skies out in a grassy, in a huge, grassland. So, with moons and stars above, it's also pretty well lit already. The lantern provides just a little additional boost of light, but it's pretty visible, even though it's the dead of night. You guys walk towards the entrance and you step in. It's a simple ruin. It's like fallen stones. It looks like it may have been a fort at one time, but it's like so fallen apart and disrepaired that and overgrown and whatnot that you can tell like it hasn't been in use for a long time. Portions of the wall were destroyed by what you can assume was like some sort of big battle that happened that kind of destroyed most of the fort. So you assume some sort of siege might have taken place on the fort, and that's what kind of destroyed it. But you guys walk in, and as you're kind of glancing around, Sonny, I'm going to consider you sort of like the point man. You're the first one to spot what appears to be an intact chest that's sort of sitting propped up between some fallen pieces of stone and debris. It would be quite a challenge to get. It'd be quite a challenge to get up to it, but you do see it up there, like this, treasure chest, kind of like snugly put into like this little pocket of stone, somehow still there.
Okay. Hey, look there. A chest. Hold on. I kind of like pass the lantern to Robert, and I
Takes the lantern.
yeah, I kind of scrutinize like the way the chest is kind of lodged in there, and I'd like to see if it might be trapped in any way. And I do have a boon on spotting and disabling traps.
Well, the chest is up high. You would have to climb up to it because it's up wedged between some fallen pillars. So you would first need to get up to it.
Okay, so I can't see any obvious traps from here. Okay, well,
No.
then I will climb up to it first and then give it a further look.
Is there a particular place that I can find that allows me to get a better view to surveil the area? To see if I can perhaps find any other potential hidden caches of loot
Hold on.
or
Do
materials?
you have any abilities or items that help you in climbing or give you like boons or whatnot? Just so I can make sure I figure that before you roll.
Forger. Let's see. This wouldn't really be a wilderness task, so I sniff the air. I have a refined sense of smell. Is there any suspicious scent in the air?
I mean, no. Do you have any other like aspects or items that could be helpful as well? Just so we have that, like we know that.
No real aspects that would help with climbing. And I'm looking at my items. I don't think the lumpy potion's gonna really be applicable here. Oh, bracelet of grappling. Shoots a mystic tether up to far range that will stick to any surface. Once a day, lasts for a scene. I mean, how high up is it? Like is it...
It's pretty high up. It's like 30 feet up.
Oh, 30 feet? Okay, I was thinking more like 15. Well, I guess...
Go web go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You want to climb 3 stories with
In
a
that
rope?
case, I'm gonna use. I think I'll use this thing, right? Because it can stick to it, and I'll just sort of Yeah, my intention is to shoot it up there next to the chest and then just kind of walk up the wall with the tether.
So how this looks is your bracelet lights up and a spectral hand shoots off from your hand and the bracelet and creates this magical tether that flies up and grapples the side of the wall, and it's still connected to your arm. And you feel like this strong will from this item, and as you focus on it, you are actually pulled up through the air by the bracelet until you flip up through the air up to a ledge and land right next to the chest.
Hook shot, poggers, hook shot.
Like those gummy sticky hand things that you throw out.
Yes, it's exactly the aesthetic of what it looks like. It's like a sticky hand,
like a little.
I love those.
Like a little fucking gummy slap sound as it hits the wall, just like
100%. And then you fly up there.
Okay.
Yep. It looks exactly
so I just have
like
a bigger version of that. Awesome.
Yep. Big sticky slap hand.
A little fucking.
It's all fun until you get some dog hair on it. Then it's just useless.
Yeah, it goes flat, and then you fly up to the ledge and land. You guys watch Sonny shoot through the air and land up on the ledge 30 feet up.
Well,
that's fun.
If I can, I want to leave the hand attached to the wall for now.
Yeah, you can. It lasts for a scene, so it stays there as long as you want.
Oh, great! I can rappel down with it then. Okay.
Yeah. So you leave it up there. After you shoot up, you hear Alice go, "Whoa! Oh, I love that. That's neato."
It was pretty fun. I gotta say. All right.
Yeah.
Chest.
You're like Spooner Man.
Yeah.
There is a big wooden chest in front of you.
Now that I'm close to it, I will inspect this chest for danger.
Yeah, give me a boon roll, because you have trap sense.
Yeah. All right. That's a 6.
Does not appear to be trapped. This is an untrapped chest, unlocked as well.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so I kick it open.
Because it's a mimic!
You kick it open, the lid flies halfway open, and a menu input screen appears. And you see a bronze, silver, and gold tier. And it says...
Oh, God.
And it says...
What does it say?
Heroic Discovery. Find your loot. And it has 3 bits payment sections for a bronze, silver, and gold tier of loot.
Oh, my God. Turns out this game has microtransactions.
Not just microtransactions. Microtransactions to determine the quality of loot you get from a random dungeon chest.
That's like the most fucking gacha game shit I've ever seen.
Dude. That is so fucked up.
Robert is going to find the game developer who decided to use that mechanic, who came up with that mechanic, and he is going to make sure that no one ever finds their body.
Sonny, what do you say as you have seen this menu pop up?
Motherfucker!
Thank you all for listening to Hyperdive Heroes. If you like what you heard, please make sure to like, subscribe, and activate notifications wherever you get your podcasts.